Today we are going to be talking about comparables, or comp titles for short, and why you should know yours for your novel. Comp titles are really useful to know when you want to tell someone or an agent what your book is about, but you only have a few moments and you want them to get a good picture of the overall tone and mood. Today I'm going to be giving you tips on how to select comp titles for your novel. I'm Carly, and this is the Carly and Brooke Show, where we interview top authors and bring you tips and tricks on writing so that you can become a successful author someday. Be sure to check out our Instagram accounts for daily tips on writing. All right, let's get into it. My first tip on comp titles is to pick a more recent title. Now, how recent is up to you, but on an article I read on Penguin Random House, it suggested that you choose one within the last 2 to 3 years. The next thing you want to ask yourself about your comp title was this book or was this movie successful? And will it hit your same target audience? So when you're choosing your comp title, you really want to make sure that you're being true to your book that you're writing and to the comp title that you're choosing. If they aren't the same, then you're lying to the agent or the person. So this can be really tricky to do, which is why you can choose, one or two, maybe 3 comp titles to compare it to. Usually it's just 1 or 2. So for example, let's say you have a young adult novel that takes place in high school and they're fighting for their lives in this virtual reality. So you could say something like, it's Riverdale meets Squid Games. I know that's a ridiculous example, but you can get as creative and as crazy as you want with your comparables, but just make sure that it is comparable to your book. That's the most important part. So maybe your comparables are more closely related, and that's okay too. Your goal is to choose comparable comp titles that are actually comparable to your book. I think that goes without saying, but yes, you want to make sure that it actually is comparable to your novel. So when you're choosing your comparables, you also want to pay attention to your genre. So if it is a young adult novel that you're writing, you want to make sure that you choose comparable titles that are young adult or middle grade. Or if you're writing a romance, you want to make sure that the comparable titles that you're choosing are romance. And this just goes with hitting your target audience, making sure that that comparable title that you're choosing is going to be the same audience that is going to like your book. And my last tip to you is to find out your comparable titles as soon as you can. I figured out mine before I even started my current work in progress because it really helps to know who your target audience is, who your readers are. That way, when you're setting the tone and the mood and you're writing your characters and these like the tropes that you follow, it all falls into that same theme. And it also helps to know what other books or movies are in this genre, so you know the tropes. And then that way, when you know the tropes, you know how to make yours unique. Well, that is it for us today. I hope you learned something new on comparables. And if you found this video helpful, please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you'll be notified when our next video is up. Brooke and I post a writing video every Wednesday, and we'd love to have you on this writer journey with us. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.